Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into this segment of NetSuite TV. I'm Larlyn Ellsworth, the Principal Outbound Product Manager for NetSuite CRM. And I'm joined by Ryan Thomas from Depatie, Jeff Bernstein from On Deck Sports, Tom Barczak from InSource Solutions, and Shana Rowlette from Mann Lake. We will be discussing how to use NetSuite CRM to grow your business. To start, over the past 18 months, we've obviously seen more and more businesses move to operating with remote employees. As we move forward, the new normal is sure to have a mix of in-person and remote employees. Tom, how has this new way of doing business changed your expectations of how your CRM system should support your business?
Thanks, Larlyn. You know, it's really changed a lot for us. Before the pandemic, we were 67% out of office workers, and now we've moved to 97%. And because of that, the CRM is more important for us to keep communicating with each other. And for our strategy as a company, we are client-focused and team-fueled. So the only way you can fuel the team is to be able to communicate seamlessly. And we do all that through the NetSuite CRM.
Oh, that's great. Ryan, what do you think?
Yeah, we have a similar situation, being a B2B business. CRM, and I'm assuming a lot of your users have the same challenge, which is data management. So how do you have thousands of customers with thousands of contacts and maintain the data integrity behind all the information that it takes to run a good CRM? So really what we've done is try to use this as an opportunity to build out forward-looking things like an application that is available with iOS and Android, where contact users or internal users like employees can come back and exchange data through the app, which is live in their pocket, manage their own information, which we can then leverage because we know that information's good, to connect it back to the usefulness of the CRM from NetSuite. So that's been a big piece for us, and putting those pieces together allows us to manage things looking forward, and we get better adaptation from our users, both internal and external, in helping us manage the business.
That's so great, and it's so interesting to hear about how our customers are using NetSuite to pandemic-proof their businesses. Now, worldwide, there are nearly 4 billion social media users, half of the world's population, and 91% of those people access social media platforms on their mobile devices. Shana, how are you using mobile interactions and social media to drive your relationships with your prospects and customers? And how are you using CRM to manage those interactions?
Yeah, for us, social media has become a bigger aspect of our business over the course of the last few years. Whether it's the younger generation getting into the market or just different aspects like that. And with COVID, everybody's inbox with email was filling up, so we really moved to social media to just keep that mobile presence right there in front of users, and then try to put codes around it or something that we can track back to NetSuite so that we can see, where did those customers come from, or how did we reach out to them, and then use that to better market to them going forward, to kind of distinguish our print customers versus our digital customers, and just use our funds appropriately to reach out to our customers.
Great, thanks so much for sharing. Jeff?
Yeah, so we've also seen a large growth in our social media use, or in both our organic and our paid advertising through social media. It's been an incredible increase. We've watched our cost of lead decrease a lot without doing much other than continuing to use our Google ads, but the growth within social media has been huge.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Studies have shown that customers are willing to pay a premium when they have a great customer experience. Ryan, how have your business operations, how have you been managing your business operations to make sure that you're improving customer experience and using that to drive incremental profitability?
Yeah, again, going back to our customer segmentation, we have a lot of OEM-driven customers on the B2B side, but then half of our business is also through MRO, which is maintenance and repair. And many of those users are in the field. They're out, they're working on pieces of equipment, and they need a solution, and they need it quickly because uptime is what's important to them. So again, going back to the leveraging of the app, we are putting information and transactions available to those users in their pocket, so no matter where they are or what they're trying to get done, again, each piece of equipment's different. They need to source that information. They can create a transaction right there, get the results that they need. What that means to our business at the end of the day is that value creates both retention with those customers and allows us to leverage the higher profitability behind those products because we're giving them more value with the access.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like knowledge is power for your customers.
Very much so.
Jeff, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that as well.
Yeah, we work through two different channels. First, we do a projects-based business where we do a lot of setting expectations to improve our customer relationships. And we also have an outbound sales team that works very hard to call out, to outreach all of our customers and improve that relationship within our sales to grow revenue.
That's great. Tom, it's hard to plan and adapt when you don't know how your business is doing, know your numbers, right? So what are the most useful and important KPIs for your sales and marketing teams, and how have you been using NetSuite to track and improve those metrics?
That's a great question. The KPIs obviously are a big deal with NetSuite, and they're all over the product and all different parts of it. But when we come to sales and marketing, sales, you're typically talking about forecast and pipeline and those types of things. We know as a leadership team, if our pipeline is sitting 4x of quota, it's about 95, 96% chance that we're going to make our number that particular month. So that's a really, just an easy way to know that we're in a good spot. Another metric that we watch that's very exciting as well is we have a marketing automation engine that's external to NetSuite but fully integrated with it. And as our customers are interacting through webinars, downloading white papers, web page hits, we actually create a score that increases as they make all these actions. And then at a trip point, that's when we actually bring our high-value salesperson into the engagement at that particular point. So we're monitoring that KPI all along the way to know when the customer is ready for a buying decision.
Sounds like having real-time data from NetSuite is very important to you.
Oh, we couldn't do what we do without NetSuite. I mean, there's just no way.
That's so awesome. Shana, what about at Mann Lake? How have you been thinking about metrics, and what have you been doing lately?
Yes, kind of like Tom, we use some metrics to just look at sales forecasts, getting our team information. Are we going to hit our monthly or quarterly sales goal? But then also break it down individually. Each of our sales reps have their individual goals that they're trying to meet, so they're able to build their own KPIs pretty easily and quickly to see if they're on track. And then supervisors can look into that to see, what's going on with my team. We also go and use it a little bit further onto what type of customer is calling in. Are they a B2B? Are they a B2C? Are they a commercial farmer? Are they a hobbyist? So that when that customer calls in, you can quickly see what type of customer they are, what are they ordering, and get them to the appropriate salesperson so that if you have a big commercial farmer calling in, we don't have a new sales rep that maybe isn't quite as informed. So just different tools like that to get our sales team quick information right when that call answers so they can do a better job.
That's fantastic. Another thing I'd love to touch on is automation. Implementing automation in your CRM processes can simplify complex tasks, especially for salespeople. They love that when you're not making them do manual data entry. And you can use that to reduce overhead, to manage and strengthen your customer relationships in return. Jeff, how have you been thinking about this at your company, and what are some of the most positive reactions that you've gotten from implementing automation in your CRM?
Yeah, so we use a lot of automation in our marketing for our CRM. We use a field called lead product category to trigger product automations based on what type of products our customers are interested in. It helps our sales team to not have to deliver all of the installation instructions and testimonials. They can focus much more on the sales process instead of trying to focus on the rest of it.
I'm sure they appreciate that. And Shana, what about you?
One of the projects we're working on right now is putting in item substitutions, upsells, things like that. So as our sales team is on with a customer and somebody orders a product, that you don't have to go flipping through a catalog to see, what else can I sell them or what can I upsell them. It's just right there in the system and using those tools. So that's a big one we're working on right now, along with trying to integrate our phone system. So as that customer is calling in, that customer information is just popping up right there on the system, and everyone can have their key pieces of information right at their fingertips.
Awesome. Tom, do you want to jump in on that one as well?
Yeah, because we actually just did that with our phone system in the last 30 days, and we had it fully integrated with our previous phone system. And it's amazing is when you're on the phone with the client that you have all the information about them, their customer 360. But right from there, we can actually create tasks or phone call records or any other information or assign things to other people. And it just makes the whole thing flow a lot easier. And I mean, we love our phone integration.
Yes.
That's awesome. So I also want to talk about what you're thinking about for the future. So what are you looking forward to in NetSuite and in your business, and how are you going to use NetSuite to get there?
Yeah, when we look at it, I think the CRM for us is just the beginning as we move towards more automation and hopefully some type of artificial intelligence learning Again, right now the focus is around accuracy and making sure we're driving good data that we can use, because once we begin to build it out in the AI features, the hope is that the accuracy drives results around our teams, where they can go and how they can do that. AI is still such an open topic. We're trying to learn as much as we can, but our idea is that if we get it right in the CRM, we'll be able to leverage it sooner than our competition or others that are looking for it, like our customers.
That's so great. Tom, what about you? What are you looking forward to?
Well, our business is actually going through a transformation right now. We're moving to more of a subscription-based business, where in the past we had sold perpetual software licenses. So we pivoted, and we now have client success teams working with these subscriptions. And in the CRM, through custom records, we actually have built out a tracking mechanism that we work with our clients throughout their entire subscription to help them get the outcome that they're expecting. And with that, we're hoping to see higher renewal rates in that subscription. And then we'll be doing suite billing so that we can get a better handle on our revenue recognition. So we've got a couple of really neat things going on. The last piece we have is an automation piece that we have with the CRM, is when a client is actually on an active subscription, we go ahead and automatically schedule phone calls throughout the 12 months of their subscription for various people in the organization, so that we make sure that those client touches actually happen throughout their entire subscription life. So just increasing all of those touches automatically.
That's awesome. Well, we've got a few minutes left, and I would love to hear, since we're at SuiteWorld, let's just go down the table and say, what's been your favorite experience at SuiteWorld so far? Shana?
For me, since this is my first year at SuiteWorld and our company is fairly new, we've only been on NetSuite for about a year and a half, is just the networking and hearing how other companies are using the system and what tips and tricks they found that we can bring back and implement at Mann Lake.
Yeah, for us, we've been at SuiteWorld now, I think, for 7 straight years, except for last year. And what she's mentioning is always a big piece for us, meeting the other customers, seeing what they're working on. I think some of the enlightening things that we saw over the keynote presentations over the past couple days has really been around the power of Oracle behind NetSuite, showing us what they're bringing. That was obviously a big concern when that whole transaction happened, and wondering if the flexibility and the things we really enjoyed about NetSuite being NetSuite were going to change. But this gives a little bit clearer picture about what the future is going to look like and how it's good for our organization. So I really like taking that back, because I think it's an important piece for our people to know that we're on the right platform, which is the reason we made the decision in the first place.
That's fantastic. I love that you're thinking about going home with that confidence and taking that to your team. Jeff, what about you?
As much as I loved all the networking and all of that kind of stuff, but I really like in talking to the vendors, seeing what's next, what we can do to expand and improve our NetSuite, not just in the CRM side, but in the whole ERP. That's really my favorite part of it.
Tom?
I'm very excited about all the new developments. Quite frankly, when Oracle bought NetSuite, I was concerned. There was a lot of localization, internationalization stuff going on, data center work, and it didn't feel like value. But now, all the things that we saw in the main session and what's coming up, I'm really now trusting in our decision to go with NetSuite. I'm very excited for the future of all the things that are coming, and I just can't wait to get my hands on them.
That's awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm excited too. And for me, my favorite thing about being here at SuiteWorld, and it's my first time, has been meeting fantastic customers like the 4 of you and getting to talk to everybody and hearing all these amazing stories about how our customers are really using NetSuite, not just to deal with crises, but really to look forward to grow their business and to innovate. So that's fantastic. I really appreciate the insights that you've shared with us today. It's been great having you here. Thank you so much, Ryan, Jeff, Tom, and Shana for joining us.